Girl, the odds are not in your favor, and I'm about to tell you why. Today I'm sharing why building muscle might be the most important thing you can do for your health after 40, especially as an amazing girl. Hey Fit Fam, I am Shantel, your guide to whole body transformation through the power of whole foods and mindful movement. I am so super passionate about helping you discover that true health isn't just about numbers, it is about feeling vibrant, strong, and absolutely amazing in your beautiful skin. Join our family by subscribing and clicking the notification bell so you never miss out on a weekly upload. I am so super happy that you're here. Now, back to my earlier statement. Do you know how much muscle you lose every decade after 30 if you don't actively maintain it? For us girls, it is a staggering 3 to 8% per decade, and it only accelerates after menopause. By our 70s, we've typically lost 30% of our muscle mass. Think about that. A third of your strength gone, just gone. But here's what I want to shout from the rooftops. It doesn't have to be this way. Let me unpack this. After 30, we start losing about 3 to 8% of our muscle mass per decade. But for us girls, this accelerates up to 10% per decade in the 5 to 10 or so years around menopause. Think of your muscles like the foundation of a house. Over time, without maintenance, small cracks are going to start to form, and then bigger ones. Eventually, what was once a solid structure becomes super compromised. We're talking age-related muscle loss, and it's more serious than just not being able to open a freaking jar, you know? Here's why this matters so much. Muscle doesn't just help us to look toned, it's metabolically active tissue that burns calories even when you're at rest, helps regulate blood sugar, supports our bone health, maintains our balance and coordination, and even impacts our hormone production. I will tell you, in the last few years, I noticed changes in my energy, as in severe fatigue, my sleep quality tanked, and my periods became even crazier than before. What transformed everything wasn't just changing my diet, it was consistent strength training. Within days of starting a strength training program, and I do mean days, my sleep improved, my energy started stabilizing, and my hormones seemed to like me again. Crazy. Now, let me bum you out a little more because maybe I just haven't done that enough. Did you know that perimenopause can start in your early to mid 30s? And rumor has it that loveliness can last 10 plus years. Oh, love that for us. And then after menopause, even more fun awaits us girls because turns out we can lose up to 20% of our bone density in just 5 to 7 years. What the heck even? Let me set a scene for you. There's a piece of chalk and there's a rock. The chalk is going to represent our bones without the support of strong muscles. The rock is going to represent our bones with muscle support. When you drop the chalk, it's likely going to break, which is what can happen in a fall when you don't have muscles to protect your bones. But listen, it's not all doom and gloom. I have fabulous news for you, and it is this. Strength training doesn't just build muscle, it literally sends signals to your bones to maintain and even build density. Are you freaking kidding me right now? Our bodies are so smart, it is ridiculous. Every time you perform a strength exercise, you're not just working your muscles, you're telling your bones, I need you to be strong. It is like sending in the Property Brothers to reinforce your home's foundation. Now, let's talk about something a lot of women notice after 40, and that is changes in our metabolism and hormones. Muscle is your metabolic engine. Muscle is like having a wood-burning stove that keeps your metabolic fire going all day long. But the relationship between muscle and hormones goes deep, real deep. Muscle tissue helps regulate insulin sensitivity, which affects everything from energy levels to fat storage. I will tell you that in my own journey, I found that consistent strength training was like finding the master key that unlocked improvements in sleep, mood, energy, hormone balance, and so much more. And it wasn't just one big change, but more like a series of small improvements that added up to me feeling like myself again. And that is priceless. One of the things I hear over and over is that women are so afraid of strength training because they're scared of getting bulky. Girl, listen. If bulking were that easy, do you think steroids and performance enhancers would even be a thing? It is freaking hard to become bulky. Look, building significant muscle mass requires 3 things that most women simply just don't have in abundance. The first is very high levels of testosterone. The second, a substantial caloric surplus. The third, an extremely intense, dedicated training program. And I don't mean an hour in the gym. I am talking extreme, hours upon hours upon hours, all the time. The women you see with huge muscles and big wide frames, those lovely girls have dedicated their lives to building that physique. It takes heaps of time, heaps of consistency, proper nutrition. I mean, we are talking a very strategic situation. For the rest of us, strength training creates a toned, strong look, not bulk. It is unlikely that you're going to bulk up like one of the pros simply by lifting weights. That said, you will develop a firm, shaped physique that supports your health in so many beautiful ways. And doesn't that sound heavenly? So, how do we actually preserve and build muscle? I am so glad you asked because I actually have a few recommendations. First, strength train at least 2 to 3 times per week, focusing on all major muscle groups. Think whole body workouts here. Second, make sure you're getting enough protein, and I'm talking aiming for at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. That is a really great rule of thumb. Third, focus on progressive overload, meaning gradually increasing the amount of weight that you're lifting. Next, prioritize recovery. Muscles grow during rest, not during exercise. Rest is so critical, my friend. Last, consistency trumps intensity every time. It is so much better to do moderate workouts on a regular basis than a killer session every now and then. Come up with a sustainable schedule and stick to it. Think of strength training like brushing your teeth. This really should not be an optional situation, you know? It is maintenance. Your teeth need regular brushing to maintain good oral hygiene, just like your body needs regular strength training to build and maintain muscle. Muscle is the fountain of youth, girl. Look, building and maintaining muscle after 40 isn't about vanity, it's about vitality. It's about being able to carry your own groceries at 75, climb stairs without pain, and maintain your independence for decades to come. Who wants to end up being dependent on friends, family, or a nursing home for regular everyday care because they're just not strong or healthy enough to do it on their own? Definitely not me. I want to be a #strong girl for the rest of my living days. I would love to know, what is your biggest challenge when it comes to strength training? Share in the comments below because I would love to help and cheer you on. Friend, thank you so much for hanging with me today. If you enjoyed this video, and I really hope that you did, please make sure that you give it a thumbs up, you subscribe, and you click that notification bell because all of that really supports my channel and it means the world to me. I will see you next time.